Chef Shayna at the River Park Farmers Market for an episode of Celebrate the Bounty. And today we're going to learn all about leeks. Are you ready? Let's go shopping. Today I'm looking for some fresh leeks. I often make potato leek soup. Any other recommendations or things?
What you could do is stir fry or just garnish as a garnish. The greens as a garnish.
Anything I need to look out for washing wise or
just cut off the root and pretty much just wash it. We don't spray.
Okay. So how long have you been growing leeks?
We grow leeks every year. We've been farming ever since 2008.
Oh, wow, quite a while. So leeks only are harvested in the spring, is that correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Today I'm at Vesalia Gardens and I'm with Kevin learning all about leeks. So Kevin, tell me a little bit about the leeks you're growing.
We grow a variety that is an heirloom variety to give different options to chefs or people who like to cook.
Are there any challenges with growing leeks?
It gets hot, they do want to flower and bolt, and that affects the quality.
Sure, so the best time to buy leeks might be in spring and fall, or?
They do store well. If you package them in the fridge correctly, they should store for at least a month or two.
And your garden is like a secret garden in the middle of Fresno.
Yeah, it's an urban farm. We're surrounded by homes. It's quiet, and we like it that way.
So going back to leeks, what are some of the favorite things that you like to do with leeks?
Potato leek soup. You use the green leaves and the base. You can utilize the whole leaf.
Well, there you have it. We've gotten a masterclass on leeks. Let's get back to the kitchen and start cooking. We're here at the Tuesday River Park Farmers Market, and today's specialty crop is leeks. Leeks are a versatile vegetable grown right here in the Central Valley, known for their mild, sweet flavor and ability to enhance a variety of dishes. They thrive in the rich soil and temperate climate, making them a staple in many local recipes. Leeks are a fantastic ingredient because they can be used in soups and stews and even grilled or roasted for a delicious side dish. Their mild flavor pairs well with a variety of other ingredients, making them a perfect addition to many meals. Plus, they're packed with vitamins and minerals, adding both flavor and nutrition to your dishes. A lot of recipes, you just use the whites or the light parts to cook. I love this recipe because we're gonna use the green as well. We're gonna fry it up and make it nice and crispy. If you ever are using a recipe that just calls for the bottom part, save the tops for later, put them in the freezer, and then use them to make a stock or a soup with them. So leeks do grow in the ground, as you heard, so you want to make sure you clean them well. I did that before you guys arrived so that it would speed up the process. I turned on the burners here so that we can get cooking quickly. So I'm just going to slice them in half here. I'm going to put them surface side down and slice them up and make some room. All right, so have the burners going. I think. Let's just make sure. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And this one, we'll get that melting. And then I'm going to fill this one up as well and get it heating. And we're going to slice up the leeks. So leeks are a very versatile dish. They have a kind of an oniony flavor, a little bit sweeter, a little bit more mild in flavor, and they're great to use, as you heard, in potato leek soup. One of my favorite recipes with leeks is making a nice cheesy dip with cannellini beans. So we're going to use, and as you can see, these are a little dirty. All right, we'll separate that part out. We're going to use these whites and get them caramelized. Just chop that up. We'll separate out the greens to use at a later time. And actually, I'm going to use one more. Looks like there's a lot of you to feed here today. All right, here we are. Leeks actually date back to medieval times. They're one of the oldest crops in horticulture, veggies that we've seen. Enjoyed through ancient Europe and Greece and Rome. Used in flavoring and for their health benefits as well. All right, let's go ahead and add that in. Nice and brown. So add those into your butter and olive oil. We'll stir them once to coat, and then we're just gonna kind of let them sit. They are gonna cook and caramelize for about 20 to 25 minutes. We are gonna try to speed that up just a little bit today for TV purposes. We'll get that cooking down. Turn up the heat just a little bit. Can you smell it? Good. So keep an eye on it. It'll shrink down to about 25% of its size. And we'll let that set and move on to the tops. All right. I am going to give these another rinse because, as you can see, we got some dirt in there. We don't want that in our food. Unsalted butter. I like to use unsalted butter so then I can control the salt at the end by finishing it off. Great question.
Can you show me now that it's cooking? Just a quick look. I can't.
Yes. Oh, so sorry. So they're sliced in half and then, or cut in half and then sliced to rounds. I think if you're out there, you guys can see it, right? Smell it. Can you smell it? Oh, good. I hope you're getting hungry. All right. I'm going to try to get these dry. So again, if you wanted to save some of these greens to be used at a later time, just put them in a freezer bag and store them in your freezer. Take them out and use them for a stock in soup to make a chicken stock or a veggie stock. And I'm going to go ahead and shred some of this up. I have the oil going. As you can tell, it's getting warm. And we're going to fry these to make them nice and crispy.
You don't eat this.
I would not eat this part raw. It's very fibrous and it would be very hard to digest. The white part you could have raw if you wanted to put the slice it up and put it in a salad raw. No problem. Yeah. Especially in the heat of summer, you might not want to turn on your stove, right? All right. You can see it's cooking down and caramelizing nicely. And then we're going to go ahead and add this into the oil. We're going to fry them on each side for about 3 minutes. You guys should be able to smell that aromatics nicely. While you have these two things going, and I'll keep an eye on this or yell at me, you want to shred up your cabbage. So I have a nice green cabbage here that we're going to shred and put into a bowl like such. If you want to see it being shredded, I'll just move that off to the side. Multitasking in the kitchen is my favorite. There we go. So we'll shred up a little bit of cabbage. This has all been pre-washed before you came. And the cabbage, I like to, in the summer, eat it raw. But if you wanted to make a nice winter salad, you could actually turn on your oven to 375, 400 degrees. Rub the cabbage, the shredded cabbage, with a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper, and put it in the oven just for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, just to soften it a little bit, roast it a little bit. And then pair it with the caramelized leeks. It just makes a nice warm salad, if you will. But again, it's hot. At least I'm hot. So let's go ahead and have it nice and cold and crispy today. So we'll add that to the bowl. And I'm using green cabbage. You could also use purple cabbage as well if you wanted for a variety of color. All right. So we have our cabbage. Our leeks are caramelizing, starting to brown a little bit, looking delicious. And our others are not frying as quickly as I'd like, but they are starting to slowly brown as well. Once they have a nice little brown toast to them, we'll remove them and put them on a paper towel lined sheet here. And we'll work in batches to get that done. For the rest of the salad, we have some crumbled goat cheese, sliced and roasted almonds, and then green onions for garnish. And then we're going to go ahead and make a really quick and simple dressing. For the dressing, we're going to use plain Greek yogurt. It's a nice base with some protein, a little bit of lemon, salt and pepper to taste, and you can add in some garlic or any aromatics that you would like. Just kind of keeping it basic for now, and then you can add to the recipe as you want. All right, they're crisping up now. We're going to remove these and let them... I'm making a royal mess up here. Sometimes that's part of cooking. Did I hear someone say that's true? Right. And then you have to find someone to help you clean it up, right? All right. We'll add in a little bit more to fry on top there. Ooh, warm. As you can see, these have cooked down nicely. We'll add it into our salad. We're going to let it cool for a moment, make our dressing, finish up frying these, and we'll be ready to go with my royal mess in the kitchen. So for our dressing, we're going to use juice of fresh lemon. We find those a lot in our trees here in Fresno in our backyard. Try to get all the juice out of that lemon. And the juice from one lemon should suffice. We'll go ahead and add in about 2/3 cup of our Greek yogurt. And I'm just going to mix it right into here because I don't like dishes. Normally I would put it into a jar and mix it all up. A little bit of salt and pepper. And again, garlic would be great here. Then back to my fried croutons here. We'll get those out. Multitasking at its finest. And then turn that off. All right. So we have our cabbage. We're going to add our crumbled goat cheese. If you do not like goat cheese, you could use feta cheese as well. If you really like cheese, you could go for some blue cheese, depending on how pungent you like it. We have our sliced almonds. If you want to add a little bit of sweet flavor, dried cranberries would be really good in here. We'll save that. We are going to mix in our leeks that are nice and caramelized and soft and nice and buttery and yummy. Yeah, kind of like caramelized onions. Maybe a little bit of a sweeter flavor, which to that point would be great in a soup, like a French onion soup, but you could do a leek soup. Of course, the potato and leek soup is very common. Get that all mixed in. Add a little bit of salt and pepper. And you know what? I don't have my tongs out, but we'll just kind of give it a little bit of a mix. We will add a little bit of green onions for garnish, and then finish it off with our crispy leek topping. And again, some cranberries, pomegranate arrows, when pomegranates are in season, would be a nice little sweet addition, and to add some color as well. And there we have it. We have a nice caramelized leek salad ready to try. Should you drink that? Let's see. I don't have to. Tons of. We're going to offer up just a couple of samplings of it. We'll start with you. And your name? Henson. Nice to meet you. Maybe move your salad or your plate a little closer. Oh, I haven't dressed it. Let's do that.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Toss it up. And give you a couple bites to try. All right, Kenson, you ready?
Yeah, whatever you are.
There we are. Do you guys think you could make this at home? Yeah, it seems pretty simple, right? Yeah, good. And quick. I like to make quick dishes. Especially when it's hot. And it's getting hot, isn't it?
Not too bad, some of those are.
You're right. Maybe it's just because I'm standing over the heat. All right. Moving on over.
Singer, are you available for?
Sure.
Do you have your exes?
Okay, what else did you add to that dressing to give it a little, I haven't tried it. What else did you add to that?
Yeah. So again, I went for basic, so then you can add in flavors that you would like. I would definitely add in some garlic, minced garlic. If you sway more towards the Mediterranean flavors, oregano, dried basil, and thyme would be good.
All right, we got another one over here.
How long does it take to cook it?
How long does it take to cook it?
So it's about a 20, 25-minute dish. You think you could do that? Yes, you could. Sorry, yes, right here.
Just curious, what's a good protein to go along with?
Yeah, I would like to add a nice white grilled fish to it. Of course, chicken is a staple in so many diets, so that would be good as well. Even a pork chop, lamb chop would be good as well. Mustard? Yes, mustard would be great in the dressing.
Can you grow the roots? Can you grow the roots of the meat
That you cut off?
onions? Yes.
I think you could, yes. Just like green onions, you put it in and it'll propagate. I don't know, it might lose some of its flavor, but try it. I'm glad you like it. Awesome. And I love your mustard comment. I think that would be perfect in it. I had a blast cooking with you today and exploring new tasty flavors from the farmers market. Farmers markets are such a wonderful place to find fresh, locally grown veggies and try out new recipes with them. See you next time for another fun cooking adventure.